This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Kokoda track along Nauru village still closed. Event to inspire aviation professionals held today. And a call for districts to be accountable. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Natasha Ovoy. Thank you for joining us. It is now a week and 3 days that the portion of the Kokoda track in Nauru village has been closed by the people of Kodu as they call on the government to address outstanding socio-economic development funds of 40 million kina. Here shows the people of Kodu standing their ground to keep the track closed along Nauru village in Central Province.
Sudan lo Nauru village. Waiting government lo respond lo 40 million blomibla outstanding for lost benefit of Kodu mine because of Kokoda track.
The Kodu landowners were said to be beneficiaries of hundreds of millions of kina through a major mining project that promised to provide development, jobs and dividends. However, due to possible impact on the track, the government cancelled the project and promised to compensate the local people. An NEC decision in 2008 resolved to provide the people of Mount Kodu with 50 million kina in socio-economic development funds. However, to date, only 10 million kina has been paid between 2011 and 2012.
Mipla Pasima Nauru, Mipla sat down boundary blow Mipla from Nauru River down at Ophir Creek. Sat down must stop. Now Mipla stop la community. Mipla can look him or Lebanon now Mipla stop here. Mipla still stop lo lockdown.
Mr. Muri expressed that they are still awaiting government response and the track will remain closed till otherwise.
Mipla ba stop until you talk. Yes, lo leaders blow Mipla na or leaders blow Mipla ba come down na Mipla ba raus him this la roadblock na camp blow Mipla inside lo place blow Mipla ba Mipla raus him.
The National Civil Aviation Safety Authority hosted the country's first aviation open day today at the APEC House in Port Moresby with the aim of raising awareness and inspiring the next generation of aviation professionals in Papua New Guinea.
A total of 18 secondary schools attended the first ever Aviation Open Day, hosted by the Civil Aviation Safety Authority of Papua New Guinea. CASA Chairman Hubert Namani said the country's aviation sector is one of the best in the region and needs more professionals in aviation.
It's recognized that Asia Pacific is the fastest growing region in terms of aviation. So we recognize that. So the demand will be huge for skilled professionals. So looking forward, today is about preparing for that growth in the sector, inspiring the next generation, introducing them to aviation, the different sectors, and hopefully we can aim for a better future.
The Open Day had booths set up from various aviation organizations and institutes, including Air New Guinea, Ira Aircraft Maintenance Engineering School, and the National Airport Corporation, where they provided information about possible career opportunities that they offer to the students and interested public. Chairman Namani further urged nationally owned businesses to seize the demand in rural aviation.
In aviation, we've got a second generation Papua New Guinean flying captain of A380. We already developed it, but the demand will bring in a totally different dynamic. So we need to encourage more of our young people to consider aviation as a career path. And on the same token, let me call out to Papua New Guinean businesses. Aviation sector is an opportunity. There is a demand in rural aviation. at Kasapenji, under the leadership of our CEO, we are willing to open up to national entrepreneurs to come in and learn and appreciate the process for licensing, but to participate in aviation. There's a demand in rural aviation, so we look forward to Papua New Guinea entrepreneurs coming in and participating in the industry.
Jessica Nui, National EMTV News.
Port Moresby General Hospital staff will now have the opportunity to take up public servants training at the Sumare Institute of Leadership and Governance. A memorandum of understanding was signed today by the Chief Executive Officer for Port Moresby General Hospital, Dr. Paki Molumi, and the Chief Executive Officer for SILAG, Michael Barobe, in Port Moresby.
The Memorandum of Understanding was to enhance, promote and develop mutual dialogue and competition between the two organizations in the areas of capacity building. The Chief Executive Officer for Port Moresby General Hospital, Dr. Paki Molumi, said his staff needed this to understand the hospital's cooperation plans and work alongside to achieve the national government's goal in the health sector.
Signing up with a key agency, SILAC, who is involved in training of our public servants, the managers, so that they understand that bigger government plans and how that leads to how the activities that we do each day leads to those bigger government plans. So the signing of the MOU today will allow SILAC to assist Port Moresby General Hospital, train our staff in management, in planning, in all aspects of leadership.
Dr. Molumi explained on the importance of the MOU. He further said the SILAC team will now have to come to the hospital to help run the trainings. The Chief Executive Officer for Sumare Institute of Leadership and Governance, Michael Barobe, said SILAC's function is to train public servants to be competent.
So the main focus and heritage of that name and that function is still continuing, although we are in SILAC in the modern age. Our job is simply train public servants to be competent and have a capacity to develop government goods and services.
He said it is important for an organization to implement the corporate plans they have, and that is where SILAC comes in to help educate public servants to work alongside to achieve their goal.
So you need those things to be planned. Those need to be achieved. Then as we know, all of us are trained in different fields. Some of us in the medical field, we are trained how to handle the patients. So we need competencies and capacities how to implement those plans. We need management plans. We need HR plans. We need finance plans. That all these things you need to have that. When you have that, then your performance, the outcome will be much better.
He further said they are now working on making SILAG certificates compulsory in order to become a public servant.
We are making a law that all public servants in this country must have a SILAG certification before you become a public servant. And that is before the state sold now to give us a clearance to send to NEC and to the parliament. And before it becomes a law, we have to know these things and we have to do these things. Why we are doing these things? To ensure that public servants are appointed and promoted properly.
The event concluded with the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding by the two parties. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The Sogeri School of Excellence has 31 science, technology, engineering and mathematics students preparing for the STEM scholarship next year. This was revealed by the school principal, Teddy Feria, at the 55th graduation of the Sogeri School of Excellence today.
With the grade 12 final examinations set to commence in 2 weeks, the Sogeri National School of Excellence held its 55th grade 12 graduation today that saw 284 students graduate. Amongst the graduates is the third batch of the school's STEM students. The school principal, Teddy Ferrier, stressed to the graduates that education is the key to unlocking endless possibilities and that they must also take pride in their diverse cultures.
We recognize that every student brings the unique story, talents, and experiences that contribute to the vibrancy of our collective community.
The graduates were told to take lessons as gems.
Because one day, what you have collected will become valuable when you leave this place. So don't ever skip a lesson. Be in the classroom and collect as much as you can, because these things eventually will turn into cash, will turn into vehicles and houses.
The Minister for Defense, in his keynote address, told the graduates to choose their friends and social groups well in their next endeavors.
You go to the universities, there will be no teacher telling you what to do. There will be no parent telling you what to do. There will be nobody but yourself and the friends that you choose. I want to tell you, choose good friends.
The minister, through his company, will sponsor the school's awards presentation for this year with 25,000 kina and will continue for the next 3 years. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
With the alarming rise in law and order issues in the country, Prime Minister James Marape has appealed to the people to live within the rule of law and respect each other to make the country safer for everyone. He made this statement before departing for the United Nations General Assembly meeting in the United States yesterday.
Prime Minister James Marape has appealed to the people to respect each other in the society.
Politics, this sort of work, the executive government will be going on. I just want to appeal to all our citizens. The greatest contribution, I continue to advocate this, the greatest contribution and the easiest, at no cost, that each of us could give to our country is to live within the law, respect the rule of law, respect each other.
He appealed to the citizens to respect the rule of law so that the society will be safe for everyone to live.
Coexistence of our diverse tribe. We are a nation, the most diverse nation on the face of the planet. Coexistence is important. Respecting each other is important. Living with one another is important. And if you have an issue to advocate, speak with facts, offer alternate solutions. If government you feel is not listening to you, we are here to listen and make adjustments.
He said the January 10th violence has cost the government 2 billion kina and they are still repaying business houses.
You don't need to resort to the January 10th type of violence. You know, the January 10th violence by the rogue policemen, they have a real issue, but they could have advocated and raised it up. Why giving rise to riot in our city? That affected our economy by 1%. That costed the economy about 2 billion kina in terms of the value of health to our economy.
Prime Minister said this before leaving for the United Nations General Assembly meeting in the United States of America. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy, man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Papua New Guinea will be celebrating the World Coconut Day from the 30th September to the 4th of October this year at Sir John Guy Stadium as a member of the International Coconut Community. The International Coconut Community is made up of 21 coconut-producing countries that accounts for over 90% of the world's coconut production and exports of coconut products. The theme of the event is Coconut for a Circular Economy, building partnerships for maximum value. The World Coconut Day will feature speakers from the international coconut community and showcase MSMEs and their local products. Experience the vibrant coconut culture of Papua New Guinea, where creativity and tradition blend seamlessly. Join us as we celebrate the coconut's incredible contributions to our health, our economy, and our cultural heritage.
The World Coconut Day is proudly brought to you by WR Carpenters and supported by Island Mobile Hire Cars, Kumul Consolidated Holdings, Air New Guinea, Hilton Hotel, Crown Hotel, and National Teachers Insurance Limited.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
EMTV presents Vocal Fusion Season 11 2024, the Grand Final, live this Sunday at the Cosmopolitan. Stay tuned to your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. There are now calls for transparency following ACNOW PNG's recent reports on district failures to come up with plans and submit financial acquittals. This situation came to light following the community advocacy organization's establishment of the DDA Watch website in 2023. The website, which took about 15 to 16 months to gather information from responsible parties, is aimed to provide the public with access to greater information about activity of every district development authority. However, there seems to be a lack of data to build on.
We have reached out, and the website itself, it's a portrayal of the country. When you go and you click on your district, you type in your district, and when you want to search the information there are within your district, you will get exactly what you're looking for. No district address, no CEO names. There are some CEOs there. There's no point of contact. It's like we're ghost names or working ad hoc. There's so much needs to be done, and so much needs to, enhance transparency and accountability. We need to know where we're going and not running ad hoc.
Ms. Tukne highlighted the important documents that ought to be made publicly available by the district development authorities.
Which are the district plans, which 5-year development plan, acquittal report, inspection report from DIRD, and also audit report and the annual budget. So we, as much as possible, want to upload those information so that the public can also access for good governance and transparency.
ACNOW PNG revealed that 24 out of 96 districts have lodged their financial acquittals for 2022 or 2023, none of which are publicly available. In July, ACNOW PNG revealed that only 25% of districts have launched a 5-year plan for 2023 to 2027, and only 7 of those plans are publicly available.
There is increasing number of districts within the country that are performing really well because they have a plan and they've also submitted their acquittal reports.
The lack of district planning and the failure to acquit for how funds are being used raises questions about the proper use of public monies and the effectiveness of the programs intended to improve the lives of citizens. About 25,000 people continue to suffer impacts from adverse weather in the recent months in Lake Copiago, Hela Province. Locals Marilyn Kiwa and Junior Tolo share their insights of their current dilemma. To further dire their situation, Lake Copiago in the last 2 weeks had seen heavy downpour.
Heavy rain come, nakarama bimol kita garden blumla. Nita sa lip downblo lo swab taso. So nitla all kita getting garden lo swab taso na. Nitla heavy rain come, slide come down na karimol garden taige godalo swab na wara tight tamata na kraba bimol kita garden. Tai wara tamata pe nitla rain swab wara nitla kini taige lo na nitla taige go na and finish. And finish nowadays and nitla no kage nitla go boost taso na tiny mall 10 boost 10 na all leaders of Venezuela, all breadfruit, no isla.
Mother of 5 with her youngest being 6, Marilyn Kiwa said this has affected the health of children.
Nibla go gen lo garden na nibla like go burging ground gen na go lo planning ka ulit na go ya. Snele bagarabi mo piginini na all pigini tisedaria na all trout nibla all papa mama tu bel bagarap islagain to na bel go try plus sola islagain to all piginini nibla to go mama lo lusim lo house na nibla mama passes cap na mask na nibla go burging ground.
This was attested to by Junior Tolo, a community leader and a volunteer at the Lake Copiago Health Center.
Hey ma'am, nowadays now me looking mo say ma'am, oxygen full of content, more mandari go angre, then smell na all slow go and all like what the team release ako stop lo ground nete go string nungu turu na then smell lo ne we demand dai lo nte so all lo finding big blessing that per corana trout na all kind of lo kidding.
With the closest source to getting store food being 2 days away, locals shared that they could not even afford store goods as rice is sold at about 20 kina, noodles is about 5 kina, and a tin fish is about 7 to 8 kina. Most of the locals are mere farmers who live off their land. This is the only advice health workers could give to locals in this time of need.
I'm health worker, I'm talking about loss. Now, I'm situation people go some marvel swab, na cosa very smelly and no one people no people to go no can go up. Na kaige wara bin karma bin the start only one see na kaige again. Past time, as soon as wara like tight, people see no one people kaige go na finish. You can try and go boost na pineapple. Ba yam na
Responsible authorities in Hela Province are yet to respond to this cry for help. 1-year-old Emmanuel Yolda Kennedy, who was born at the Angau Memorial General Hospital in Leh, is dedicating his first birthday towards hosting a donation drive for the postnatal and nursery wards.
Little Emmanuel Yolda Kennedy, also known as Nunu, is a miracle baby. He was born through a cesarean section, weighing 3.4 kilograms, where he spent his first days of life in the nursery. Nunu and mother Melissa spent over a month at the hospital, where they witnessed the struggles that mothers go through during childbirth that prompted the idea for this donation drive.
Everything that we collect from this donation, we have 3 categories. We have category 1 is for babies. We're collecting donations in diapers, small size, because we're donating it to newborn babies. So not small, newborn, so newborn, and the baby products. The second category is for the mothers. So when we were there were a lot of mothers, especially from rural areas. When they came in, some of them, they had nothing with them. They brought just themselves and one kolos and one lap. So decided to just collect donation toiletries and stuff for the mothers. And the third one is the important one, because from our time at the postnatal wards, a lot of these nurses and doctors, they sacrifice most of their time with us.
Nunu's parents have been preparing for this donation for the past 2 months, reaching out to business houses, family and friends.
I think it reached a lot of people than we expected. So we thought it was going to be just a family and friends thing, but all organizations like Biscuit, Paradise Foods, we've had Manalos Aviation. They wanted to do a donation as well, and we've also invited them to be there, because you see Manalos airlifts a lot of mothers from the rural parts of Muruks, especially for labor and child delivery. And we've also reached out to St. John's to send at least 2 or 3 reps.
All donations collected will be handed over to the postnatal and nursery wards of Engau General Hospital on Nunu's birthday on the 27th of October. Jessica Nui, National MTV News.
The 3-day effective wage policies workshop has concluded on a high note in Port Moresby this afternoon.
The Designing and Implementing Effective Wage Policies workshop for Papua New Guinea has been facilitated by the Regional Wage Specialist for International Labour Organization, Xavier Estupinan. Mr. Estupinan said the workshop supports the government and the social partners in PNG in designing and implementing effective wage policies. The 3 days workshop has equipped participants with the knowledge and tools necessary to design and implement wage policies that advance decent work, reduce inequality, and foster inclusive and sustainable growth. He said the workshop offered a roadmap for designing and developing effective, coherent, and consistent policies for PNG, as well as a concrete action plan following the principles of international labor standards and drawing from best international experiences for setting adequate wages. Representatives from workers and employers organizations and the government have participated in interactive dialogues and have gained insights into different aspects of the minimum wage systems and policies. Lance Dixon, National MTV News.
And now we take a look at the Nesfan market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2554 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2479, $0.3602 Australian dollars, €0.2149 euro, and 35.50 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copra closed lower, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading lower, and copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
depend on you.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NAS Fund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all,
And my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Papua New Guinea will be celebrating the World Coconut Day from the 30th September to the 4th of October this year at Sir John Guy Stadium as a member of the International Coconut Community. The International Coconut Community is made up of 21 coconut-producing countries that accounts for over 90% of the world's coconut production and exports of coconut products. The theme of the event is Coconut for a Circular Economy, building partnerships for maximum value. The World Coconut Day will feature speakers from the international coconut community and showcase MSMEs and their local products. Experience the vibrant coconut culture of Papua New Guinea, where creativity and tradition blend seamlessly. Join us as we celebrate the coconut's incredible contributions to our health, our economy, and our cultural heritage.
The World Coconut Day is proudly brought to you by WR Carpenters and supported by Island Mobile Hire Cars, Kumul Consolidated Holdings, Air New Guinea, Hilton Hotel, Crown Hotel, and National Teachers Insurance Limited.
Are you thirsty for more? Celebrate this independence with Pepsi's new look, same great taste, and lower than low prices. Only $2.20 in stores now. Includes Pepsi, Pepsi Max, 7-Up, Mirinda, Mountain Dew, Gold Spot, and Coca-Cola. Hurry to your nearest store for more.
Tonight on Sports Scene, we take a look at the upcoming Korean Ambassadors Cup. We check out the Harlequins' newest sponsor. We speak to PNG Hunters coach Paul Ayton, and we check out the 2024 CRU Grand Final. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Now moving to overseas news. Israel's army chief has told troops their military is preparing for a possible ground operation in Lebanon, a further sign that the conflict with Hezbollah could become a full-blown war.
Israeli jets have again targeted positions of the Iranian-backed group in southern Lebanon. The Lebanese Health Ministry says more than 70 people were killed in a third day of strikes. On a visit to northern Israel, the head of the army told troops operations will continue until they destroy Hezbollah infrastructure and security is restored along the northern border.
You hear the jets overhead. We have been striking all day. This is both to prepare the ground for your possible entry and to continue degrading Hezbollah. Today, Hezbollah expanded its range of fire, and later today, they will receive a very strong response. Prepare yourself.
Since the escalation, tens of thousands of people have fled the battle zone in southern Lebanon. Many are making their way to Syria.
I left Syria in 2014 because of the war. We went to South Lebanon and lived and worked there. Then this latest war in the south started. There were too many strikes and there was a lot of destruction. So we left. We barely made it. We've been on the road for 3 days.
I was staying in a Beirut southern suburb. We worked there and we were settled. When explosions started, we had to leave our jobs and come to Syria.
Hezbollah has released footage, it says, shows its rockets being fired towards Israel. The two sides have been trading fire for almost a year. The group first launched projectiles into northern Israel in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. Hezbollah has vowed to continue until Israel's war with Hamas ends. Lebanese officials say more than 630 people have been killed in this week's Israeli strikes. More than 2,000 have been wounded. Many have been left with severe injuries.
We were sitting outside, me and my siblings, along with my cousins. At first we heard the planes striking far away, but then suddenly they hit right next to us. We were all thrown in different directions. My two cousins and my father were killed, and another cousin is still in critical condition in the hospital. We were just sitting outside, not expecting them to strike next to us, because there are no Hezbollah positions where we were. We woke up in the hospital.
Ukrainian president has made a renewed appeal for countries to back his proposals to end the war in his country at the United Nations General Assembly.
In his speech, Mr. Zelensky reiterated his stance that Russian forces needed to withdraw from Ukraine's internationally recognized borders. He called on countries to recognize that a sovereign Ukraine is a key part of world peace.
There can be no just peace without Ukraine. Unfortunately, at the UN, it's impossible to truly and fairly resolve matters of war and peace because too much depends in the Security Council on the veto power. When the aggressor exercises veto power, the UN is powerless to stop the war, but the peace formula can. Once again, there is no veto power in it. That's why it's the best opportunity for peace. Everyone is equal, and it's effective and comprehensive.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has warned his country could use nuclear weapons if it was struck with conventional missiles. Mr. Putin told a meeting of Russia's Security Council that his government will look at changing the rules of its official nuclear doctrine. He says Moscow would now consider any assault on the country that's supported by a nuclear power to be a joint attack. Mr. Putin claims the changes are in response to a swiftly changing global landscape, which has thrown up new threats and risks for Russia.
The U.S. will provide another $600 million in humanitarian assistance to Sudan due to the war in the country.
Millions of Sudanese have been displaced by war and more than half the population faces acute hunger. The Sudanese army has been fighting Splinter Group, the paramilitary rapid support forces, for over a year. The US ambassador to the UN has called for both sides to immediately open routes to allow aid to be transported freely.
And let me be clear, the RSF must immediately halt its deadly assault on al-Fashir. But both parties are responsible. Both parties must eliminate barriers to humanitarian access along all routes.
Travellers across Australia could experience delays with hundreds of Qantas engineers walking off their jobs over the next fortnight.
Well, here at Qantas at Melbourne Airport, there haven't been too many impacts at the moment, but we know travellers are being warned to expect delays at some stage today. Now, that's because of this industrial action. Qantas engineers are expected to walk off the job. There'll be about a 4-hour stoppage in the engineer maintenance area, which could impact some of those flights. Now, this is all over a pay dispute. The unions that are representing these workers say that Qantas has been making huge profits and executives have been paid bonuses, but their workers have been left behind and they've been experiencing a wage freeze for about 4 years now. So they're calling on better pay. They want 15% pay rise for the first year and then a 5% pay rise for every year after that. We have spoken to Qantas and they said that a contingency plan is in place for today to try to minimise those impacts. So they're not really hoping to not expect too much impact from this strike action. They said that they have had meetings with the union and negotiations are in progress. They do want to see pay rises as well as other benefits for workers too. So this is the start of a 2-week planned action. It starts here in Melbourne today. All other major airports across the country are expected to be impacted at some stage while this 2-week action takes place.
National MTV News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Celebrate your 49th Independence Day with Harwich Hypermarket Lucky Draw. Shop at Harwich Gardens or Vision City for your chance to win lots of exciting prizes worth over 150,000 kina, including the grand prize of Toyota Vanguard SUV. Simply spend 50 kina or more, write your name and contact details at the back of the receipt, drop it into the entry box to enter. You don't want to miss out, so hurry and shop now. Harwich Hypermarket, where your kina buys more. Terms and conditions apply.
Papua New Guinea will be celebrating the World Coconut Day from the 30th September to the 4th of October this year at Sir John Guy Stadium as a member of the International Coconut Community. The International Coconut Community is made up of 21 coconut-producing countries that accounts for over 90% of the world's coconut production and exports of coconut products. The theme of the event is Coconut for a Circular Economy, building partnerships for maximum value. The World Coconut Day will feature speakers from the international coconut community and showcase MSMEs and their local products. Experience the vibrant coconut culture of Papua New Guinea, where creativity and tradition blend seamlessly. Join us as we celebrate the coconut's incredible contributions to our health, our economy, and our cultural heritage.
The World Coconut Day is proudly brought to you by WR Carpenters and supported by Airline Mobile Hire Cars, Kumul Consolidated Holdings, Air New Guinea, Hilton Hotel, Crown Hotel, and National Teachers Insurance Limited.
Boys, what are you doing? Eating without me. Yeah. Want some? Thanks, fella. Yeah, jump in. Snacks noodles, tastier, but I like it more.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Chukai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. PNG Muruks, after winning its 4th Asia AFL Championship title in Thailand, are gearing up to defend their title for the 5th time next year.
Proud sponsor, Boroko Motors, held a media session today with the team where senior player Emma Oswartovo gave a rundown of the matches after losing in their first game against the Vietnam Swans and beating them in the finals.
I'm changing game plan for the second game, which we become strong lemon. Win by 8 goals. The other boys, all senior mangi, all playing big role on game.
The team had 7 debutants who played this year, with 5 present today.
Well, people adjust the playing style. Mainly the other Asian teams, they're backed up by Australian expats lab, so height difference plus the playing style, it played a factor from people of first game, so people adjusting, people coming some nerves now, give them confidence, Lord boys, that we can still win it. So.
Ben Tirang spoke of the challenges they faced during the games.
We have to defend strong from the back or the front. So I'm talking about boys. No one plus something working all day. Defend till the game finishes.
Alois Mondo revealed the team had a goal, and that was to defend their title.
Possible by our sponsors, especially Boroko Motors. So I'm good lalo. At least we give something back to recognize him. The sponsorship no go waste. At least we did something well. So at the end of the day, we got what we wanted. Now it should set us up for next year to make it 5th in a row. Probably the beat your own record Lumbra setting for 4 years in a row.
Coach and player Lloyd Patrick expressed gratitude to his team for defending their title and for the tremendous performance they displayed at the 2024 Asia AFL Championships.
Firstly, thanks Boroko Motors for the sponsorship. Can't do it without you. But personal matter, this year we set off for a goal. Stood around the cup for 8 weeks before we went. Really impressed with how you boys handled yourself. For me, getting a bit emotional here.
Claire Mauta, Chukai Sports.
PNG Muruks coach player Lloyd Patrick gave an insight of the team's preparation, securing their 4th win in the Asia AFL Championships in Thailand.
The boys thank first.
Coach Patrick said their preparation leading into the championships was important.
Like the other teams were mainly dominated by expats, so a lot taller, and during the games we realised that they actually do play an overhead game, so 8 to 10 weeks beforehand practising what it means to PNG, as in our ball movement, and we're a lot faster.
Patrick said the competition was tough.
I believe our game plan held up and we actually won it.
He added that he is proud of the team's performance, especially the debutants.
Obviously stepping up into a team like this is pretty hard, and going on tour for a first time, I'm pretty impressed with how they behaved, as well as their commitment on the ground and the 1%ers that they had to do, which was really pleasing to see.
It was announced during the media session that Patrick won't be playing anymore and will be coaching the team onwards.
In the group is something special. Obviously representing PNG is special as well. But no, I'm pretty impressed. We treat ourselves like a family. Everyone here is one. We don't have any particular players or special players. It's everyone is one. And on myself finishing up, a bit emotional. I got emotional before about it, but it's the right time to give someone else an opportunity in my stead, and hopefully another spot to someone else that can actually play the game.
Claire Mauta, Chukai Sports.
NGI Regional Youth Games opening ceremony has been pushed back to 1st October as preparations on the ground continue. Sporting venues are nearing completion, while sporting equipment will be flown in this week pending air cargo.
Games Organizing Committee Chairman Balise Coltes gives an insight on the ground works.
The preparation to the ground at the moment 70%, I should say. but we are on target for the games. We didn't start work on the grounds or the venues for the various codes, the 5 codes, because we waited until completion of the accreditation, which was last Friday.
District teams are expected to travel in this week in time for the opening. The games are set to go on according to schedule, with tournament directors hitting the ground with technical official training as of yesterday. The National Youth Development Authority and PNG Sports Foundation is on the ground to give technical support to GOC to ensure the games push through according to the set schedule. Claire Mauta, Chukai Sports.
Chukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
Get ready for the biggest Gala Leak and Win promotion ever! Gala is sharing the love with even more prizes and more winners nationwide. All worth a whopping 300,000 kina! Prizes up for grabs include iPhone 15s, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultras, electric scooters, DJI drone, and the list goes on! Buy your favorite Gala stick ice cream, check the stick for a winning prize, and if you're lucky, call 73211-217 to claim your prize. Promo ends Friday, 8 November 2024. Terms and conditions apply.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NAS Fund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Now over to overseas sports. NRL Grand Final is near, and first up, it's the Melbourne Storms hosting the Sydney Roosters tomorrow night in the preliminary final.
Both sides go in unchanged. The Storms have won 10 of their past 11 games against the Roosters. Stormback Ryan Pappenhausen will be out there. He's had to overcome quite a few injuries in his career, but says it's changed him for the better.
I think I'm probably a better teammate. Better player. I think physically you learn to look after your body a bit better. I think mentally, you're a better teammate. You're much more appreciative of the opportunities you get, and I think that's probably where I'm at now.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Are you thirsty for more? Celebrate this independence with Pepsi's new look, same great taste, and lower than low prices. Only $2.20 in stores now. Includes Pepsi, Pepsi Max, 7-Up, Mirinda, Mountain Dew, Gold Spot, and Coca-Cola. Hurry to your nearest store for more.
Papua New Guinea will be celebrating the World Coconut Day from the 30th September to the 4th of October this year at Sir John Guy Stadium as a member of the International Coconut Community. The International Coconut Community is made up of 21 coconut-producing countries that accounts for over 90% of the world's coconut production and exports of coconut products. The theme of the event is Coconut for a Circular Economy, building partnerships for maximum value. The World Coconut Day will feature speakers from the international coconut community and showcase MSMEs and their local products. Experience the vibrant coconut culture of Papua New Guinea, where creativity and tradition blend seamlessly. Join us as we celebrate the coconut's incredible contributions to our health, our economy, and our cultural heritage.
The World Coconut Day is proudly brought to you by WR Carpenters and supported by Island Mobile Hire Cars, Kumul Consolidated Holdings, Air New Guinea, Hilton Hotel, Crown Hotel, and National Teachers Insurance Limited.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Tonight on Sports Scene, we take a look at the upcoming Korean Ambassadors Cup, we check out the Harlequins' newest sponsor, we speak to PNG Hunters coach Paul Ayton, and we check out the 2024 CRU Grand Final. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh,
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And now looking at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with possible inland showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Popondetta, some afternoon rain showers, clearing to cloudy periods.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 26th of September 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
It's Smile O'Clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush our teeth. Time o'clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Smile O'Clock. Time o'clock. So brush, brush, brush. Everybody is up, up, up. Everybody now brush, brush, brush.
Coming up next. 7 p.m. Sports Scene. 7:30 p.m. Dead Pacific Sports Show. 8 p.m. Talk Busy News Headlines, followed by ANZ Netball Premiership. 9:30 p.m. T20 Women's Cricket, and 12:30